And for more on China's space program, we turn to Fan Zhang in Hangzhou. He's an Associate Professor of Astronomy at Beijing Normal University. Sir, great having you. And what especially caught your eye in 2024?
Right. As you mentioned in your lead-in piece, there's the Chang'e 6 coming back, collecting samples from the backside of the moon, because the geological differences between the front and back, that actually brings a lot of scientific information. And Long March 12 as well, as you mentioned in the lead-in piece, the importance of that rocket is it shares the same engine that will be used to bring human Chinese astronauts to the moon. And the fact that this engine is developing so fast means that larger rocket is actually, the first flight is put forward by a year. So that's quite significant. And also, there's a couple of hypersonic engine tests happened in 2024. So those are really fast planes that will fly in suborbits, just at the edge of atmosphere, and they can travel really fast. So they're eyeing the intercontinental sort of passenger market. So that's kind of exciting to me.
You mentioned something very interesting, and it's humans going to the moon and possibly staying there. Do you believe that we're getting closer to a moon presence, a permanent presence by China by the 2030s?
Yeah. So in 2024, they fully probably announced the program, and that means the program is funded. The human landing program is funded, and all the prototypes are currently being built. The current plan is to have a rudimentary form of a permanent sort of a lunar station, but not permanently manned. So people will visit occasionally. That station will consist of few sort of components launched separately in the next 2 or 4 missions. And then after that, after 2035 or so, that station will further, it's called the International Lunar Research Station, that will develop into a full-fledged sort of research facility for large-scale experimentation. So I think it's a viable plan, and it's certainly going ahead quite rapidly at the moment.
And closer to us, in 2025, which space exploration highlights do you expect?
Right, so there's the Tianwen-2, which is an asteroid return mission. So returning samples from asteroid to see eventually whether we can go there and mine it or not. That kind of thing. Also, there will be at least seven sort of reusable engine designs being tested in China. So that will be an explosive year for that. Also, I look forward to seeing what hypersonic new technology can China bring up. So the new engines are different from the old ones. That it doesn't have a lot of moving parts, so it's easier for a newcomer to sort of gain the expertise. So it's very similar to the car market, where you have the internal combustion engine being replaced by electric engines, and China gaining a foothold in that. So I think in hypersonic travel, I look forward to what China can bring in the next year. So that might be quite surprisingly good, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to piggyback off this last comment, because China seems to be leapfrogging in technology, but at the same time, there's private companies entering the market. How do you see these companies performing in the near future?
They're actually doing really well. So of the 2 hypersonic engines being tested last year, one is from the Chinese Academy of Sciences. It's not the state team per se. You can consider it semi-private. The other is a fully private enterprise. So of the seven reusable engines, they're all private. So we're seeing an explosion of capabilities and different ideas is flying all over the place. In China, the situation is, once you have lots of people sort of concentrating, competing really vigorously against each other, things tends to go a lot faster. So yeah, the private sector is quite important in the state sector in China now.
Professor Fan Zhang, thank you very much.